All right, so let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the episode of Connecting with Sidney Cachuela. This is episode number 39. And for those who haven't met me before, my name is Sam Lee, and I'm the founder of Connect with Confidence, and I'll be an interviewer in Sydney. So how are you being, Sydney?
Great, Sam. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to our discussion today.
No worries. Thanks for joining in. It's a privilege to have you on board. So yeah, how's your weekend looking like? This coming weekend?
Weekends, well, Sam, life is simplified for me. Being a relatively new dad with a 4-month baby. It's all about the family now. So gone are the days of, going out, but even with, the current climate with COVID, life is simple, just spending time with family and reading, stuck into a good book.
Sounds good. Congratulations on your baby. Is it a boy or girl?
A beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl.
Very happy being a dad. Yeah, just managing time is probably the hardest, or not the hardest, the most challenging. But I've worked out a good schedule to help me stay on track with work and make sure that the family are happy.
Yeah, I guess you need to pay the bills, right?
I need to pay the bills, and also need to make sure that the family have enough time to hang out as well.
Yeah, I guess when you start a family, I guess you need to be very family orientated. So yeah, man, it sounds good.
It's another business.
Very true. It's very true. So yeah, you need to be very equipped to be ready to become like fatherhood. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be flexible. You gotta just roll with the punches and be able to adapt.
Totally. So yeah, tell me about yourself, Sydney. So where did you come from? What is a passion? What do you like to do outside of work, like hobby wise?
Yeah. Born in Australia, second gen Aussie. Mum came over, in the early 80s. Education's been a big part of her kind of ethos, which passed on to me. So I took the very, the common path of doing well in high school, going to uni, making sure that you get good grades there, and then moving into a corporate life. Always found that the corporate life didn't really suit me that well because of politics and certain things like that. I guess the most notable thing in the past 3 years was starting my own business with a couple of co-founders.
Yeah.
So that's Pop Business, and that's been taking a lot of my time, and I'm sure we'll talk more about it in a little bit. But in terms of passion, used to be really passionate on rock climbing because it's physical. There's a problem-solving aspect. It's meditative because you have to be in the moment, otherwise, you'll make the wrong move. And but given business and fatherhood, mostly been focused on just reading a lot more, meditating. So yeah, like I said, I live a really simple life now.
That's cool. And where are you? Chinese background, or what's your background?
Background is Filipino.
Filipino. Oh, okay, cool.
Mom and dad from the Philippines.
Sounds good. No worries. Yeah. Sounds good. So when you mention rock climbing, is that outside or is it indoor? Is it indoor or is it outdoor?
I started indoors, and then I met like an awesome crew at the climbing gym, St. Peter's. If you know that one.
Oh, okay, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I really got into it. It was climbing, 4 times a week.
Oh, wow.
And then eventually we went outdoors. So we're climbing, cliff faces.
Wow.
We traveled to China to climb.
Wow.
So that was pretty adventurous. There's you're climbing 40-meter walls. So you're looking down and trying to keep it together. I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie in that sense.
Oh, yeah.
Less adrenaline now. The only adrenaline I get is with a business deal.
That's very true. Good one.
Yeah, rock climbing. Yeah, that was a big part of my life, and now that I don't have time to do that, I just go to the gym and try to stay fit.
Sounds good. And are you afraid of heights?
I think it's a natural response. Everyone has that fear. I definitely fear. You feel the fear, but you don't let it stop you. And I think that goes with anything in life. New career, new opportunity. There's always going to be a bit of excitement, fear, but it's how you frame it. And I'm sure you talk about this with your clients as well. That feeling of fear, you can reframe it to be exciting. But definitely climbing up a tall wall. They call it the Elvis leg. And you start like shaking.
Yeah.
And, definitely times high up on the wall, I'm like shaking like a leaf. You have to just breathe through that fear and then keep going.
I see. Nice. So I've been rock climbing before, and I'm a person that's afraid of heights. So I climb is okay, but jumping down, like say from an indoor, it's very scary for me. So
is that the bouldering or the rope climbing?
Yeah, bouldering as well. I think I did rock climbing as well. So it's pretty extreme, but it's good. It's good.
It's good that you're giving it a go. When was the last time you went?
Ages ago, I guess, probably a couple of years now. Probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So
pre-COVID.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Bouldering is pretty fun. Like currently, I get a lot of it, and it's a good sport.
Do you find something I found with that climbing community? They're very friendly and they're supportive. Like they cheer you on to get to the next holds and get further up on the wall. Did you go with friends or did you make some friends there?
Yeah. I went with friends, so just went together, chill for a bit, and have fun.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man, very cool. So, how did you go? How was your New Year's and Christmas? Well, did you go anywhere special, or you just basically stayed at home?
Yeah, this one was a funny one, wasn't it? Just right after the cases in Sydney spiked.
Yeah.
I think everyone just chilled out a little bit. Christmas is usually spent, with our families.
Yeah.
And we had a nice Christmas dinner. Just caught up. New Year's Eve, had a couple friends over. Nothing too exciting like previous years. Like you go out into the city and have a big night.
That's very true.
Watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
A very reserved Christmas and New Year's this year. Hopefully, at the end of 22, we can have something a little more exciting. How about you? What did you get up to?
Pretty much just chilled with friends. Stay at my friend's house for the New Year's countdown, that barbecue. And just chill with my missus and things like that. So
Awesome. What'd you put on the barbecue?
Sorry?
On the barbie. What'd you put on the barbie?
Just the usual sausages, chicken wings, beef, and lamb cutlets, and all these things like that. Yeah.
Go to like a good butcher? Or do you just
my friend actually organized that, so I just went and just to eat. So get the other stuff. It's very cool.
The easiest job.
Yeah,
nice.
Be like a boss.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Sounds good.
So are you double vaccinated now, or are you?
Yeah, double vaccinated. And the booster is coming up soon. So yeah.
Is it all Pfizer, or are you?
Got both Pfizers. Definitely both Pfizers. Yeah. I think they all work, don't they? And
yeah.
Kind of vaccines in the market anyway. Who really knows what? They do efficacy tests.
Yeah.
I think they all do their job.
Yeah. I did 2 Pfizer shots, and then I'm waiting for my booster this Sunday. So a couple more days to go. Hopefully won't have much side effects, because I remember my first jab. I had a fast heartbeat when I was sleeping. It's kind of like a mini heart attack. that's a bad feeling about it. And the second one was all right. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed, the third one would be nothing.
Yeah. Hopefully, yes. I've heard people get some pretty serious side effects, like
Yeah.
couple hospitalizations, but
Yep.
you don't hear much of that on the news because they want to make sure everyone keeps getting protected.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird world we live in. I don't think we'll really get out of this for the next 3 to 5 years. Like it'll keep evolving.
Yeah.
I just hope the variants, the Omega variants,
Yeah.
it won't. You don't grow like a third arm.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Who knows what the side effects are from that, symptoms are from the next one.
Yeah, it's like a computer game. It's like Resident Evil. It's like another game like that. It's just contagious. It just goes everywhere. It's like a zombie effect.
Funny hypothetical question I have for you.
Yeah.
Do you think who will become the ones that become zombies? The ones that didn't get the vaccine, or the ones that did get a vaccine? If it were to happen.
Well, I guess the people who didn't get the vaccine, right? Is that the answer?
I don't know. It's a hypothetical. There is no there is no real answer.
Well, if you got a cure from the vaccine, I guess those cells, like zombie cells, will get into you, right? But on the other hand, if you get vaccinated, like you're vulnerable to those virus cells, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's very logical.
There's a lot of interesting information like flying around. It's with a lot of noise. It's really difficult to filter down into like what is the real thing, right?
Yeah.
I think the way I look at it is, as long as we can maintain our health as much as possible, and make sure that we don't go mentally crazy from being locked up inside.
Yeah.
Like take care of each other, we'll be all right.
So did you have any symptoms when you had the jabs?
Yeah, I think I was just lethargic and maybe like a mild headache.
Oh, okay.
Nothing too drastic. My wife, she got it and 0 symptoms, but she's a machine.
Good immune system, eh?
Very good immune system.
Yeah, sounds good. So cool. So tell me a bit about your business. So what do you do for your business? Is it because you're the co-founder of Pop? Can you tell me a bit about that? How do you get into it, and who do you serve? Who do you help?
Yeah, so Pop Business. So I'm the COO and co-founder of Pop. Been very passionate on the strategic, operational, and sales side of the business. I guess over the past 3 years, my contributions in those areas have allowed Pop's exponential growth and becoming an award-winning business. When we created the business, we really wanted to look after people. So it is a very, very customer-centric business, and we're very tech-focused and in the cloud.
Yep.
Which was very fortuitous when COVID came around. We didn't have to change operationally that much. We were already like operating remotely. If we can, like the possibility to work remote was already there.
Yep.
And yeah, we got the idea. If I gave you the full story, it's a long story, but me and my business partner Patrick, we always wanted to have something of our own.
Yep.
And 2015, when we started working together, that's when the first seed of the idea of working together came about, and then
Yep.
in 2018, that's when we started to kick off. So yeah, we've been growing well. We service over 1,000 business clients in Australia, looking to double that this year. And yeah, we're looking for inspiration from the big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Google. What have they done in their industries that hasn't really been done in the accounting industry? And what lessons can we take to really make us a strong brand from a service level point of view to really make a difference to help people build their dream business. So that's what our vision, that's what our mission is.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And did you say you're an accounting firm?
Yeah. So we're an accounting firm, a chartered accounting firm.
Yeah.
A year ago, the team was probably a dozen people, and now we've got 28 people. And probably this year, we'd like to see the team getting above 40.
Wow.
So really exciting growth, really good partnerships, working with some great people, the team highly capable, and really on that mission to help people build their dream business.
Yep.
So what that means to us is like, Sam, we work together on the through the charity Opportunities Australia. You were part of the Aspiring Entrepreneur Program, right?
Yep.
And we provide advice. Like, I helped create that framework and created the sessions so that as a business owner like yourself, you can implement ideas such as different marketing tactics, sales tactics, how you should look at your numbers. So it was a very comprehensive and concise program to help someone build their dream business. So that's what we do at Pop. That's one aspect, and the other aspect is the compliance side. So doing your tax lodgements, your BASs, all that fun stuff. So we take care of that, bookkeeping. So whatever your business needs from a finance and tax and accounting point of view, that's where we add the most value.
Sounds good. And what did you do before going into business?
Yeah, started in 2011. Started my first job as a graduate accountant at Pitcher Partners, and stayed there for a few years. Became a chartered accountant. Went into financial planning because I'm very interested in the stock market, investments. Maybe down in the future, I would love to get into venture capital and the investment side. So yeah, I did financial planning for a few more years, and then fast forward, got the opportunity to create this business, Pop, and took the leap of faith.
Sounds good. I guess it's good to start early, right? Business wise.
I would say start early. The earlier you can do it, the better, because you've got the most motivation, you've got the most energy, you have the least amount of responsibilities. You're just looking after you.
Yeah.
You get to party. Well, you won't party because you'll be working on the business, but there's less complication the earlier you do it. So if there's anyone out there thinking, when should I start my business? Do it now. Because in 2 years or 3 years time, it's only going to get more complicated and other responsibilities to look after.
Very true. So what does POP mean? The POP mean?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. So as I said, back in 2015, Patrick and we started working together at the same company.
Yeah.
And one of the first company events was Melbourne Cup. And, we like to have a drink and we like to have a bet. So Pat and I put a bet on a horse that won the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
$5 on the winner. It was paying 126 to 1.
Wow.
And so with $5 we made like 600, and it was a big night. We went to the casino, we had a few drinks. It was really fun. So the winner of the Melbourne Cup was called Prince of Penzance. And didn't think of much of it until later on, because that's 2015. And then in 2017, end of 2017, we're like, what should we call the company? And we didn't want it to be like our names. Like, we didn't want to be like other accounting firms being called, for instance, and no disrespect to these guys, like Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Back in the day, you would build the business on your names. But I think nowadays, if you look at the biggest companies, Amazon, Tesla, SpaceX, they represent a brand that is separate to the founders.
Yeah.
And then when I thought back to the start of our journey, I thought, what stands out? So we didn't want to call it like Sergeant Cachuela accountants or like #1 accountants. We wanted to call it something really exciting and really simple. So when I thought back, I was like, oh, Prince of Penzance, 126 to 1, kind of like business, not all businesses succeed, and you need to take the chance to make something big.
Yeah.
That's what POP represents to us. So Prince of Penzance, POP, and that's how we came up with the name POP.
Interesting story. Nice. I like that. So it's not like you're copying someone else's name. So it's really cool. That actually made me think about myself as well. Like I actually, for my coaching business, I was thinking, should I put my own name, like Sam Lee Coaching?
Yeah.
Or I'll keep up with Connect Confidence. So it's very different, like very different perspective. But probably thinking to change back to a name, like in terms of Sam Lee Coaching instead of Connect Confidence. But we'll see about that. So yeah, see how that goes.
I think we discussed that while you were doing the Aspiring Entrepreneur program.
Yeah.
Like for me, the way I see your business, you're the brand. People are coming to see you.
Yeah. Very true.
And I mean, the way you can scale the Sam Lee brand is like, once you have too many clients to deal with your own, you have the Sam Lee program.
Yeah.
And you can hire mentors and teachers that teach the way you do.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be more managing all your mentors. That is your program. So it's an interesting thing. You can go either way, right? It just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, like what you said, it's very true. I want to focus more on my own brand, personal brand. So when people join the program, okay, this join Sam Lee's program, and yeah, they'll help you out because of that. So yeah, that's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've done great with your business so far, Sam. Like you're promoting it well on LinkedIn and different channels, and yeah, you're helping a lot of people.
Yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I actually got like a mentor this year, so hopefully, fingers crossed, she can help me out with a lot of things, like build my personal brand and things like that. So it's not cheap, but then I guess I need to, like I said, take a leap of faith, trust someone that's walked my path before, and yeah, basically go from there.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Mentors, like people that can teach you, that have walked the path before, can really help you avoid common mistakes.
Yeah, very true.
In the long run, you'll get to your end goal quicker. But yeah, unfortunately, but I'm still looking for mentors too.
Yeah.
My biggest mentor was YouTube.
It's all right.
Finding business owners, and to be honest, it's been very, very helpful. So like, I guess for your listeners, your audience, like if they're thinking about starting a business or developing their career, you can find anything online now. So
very true.
Good place to start.
Yeah, ask Dr. Google. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Cool. So my second last question is, so how do you build trust with people? Like I always ask this question when I interview someone. How do you build trust? How do you get someone to trust you? How do you build rapport with people? What's the secret behind that?
Yeah, great question. And I think for me, it comes down to like self-confidence and self-esteem. I think before I started this business, I was relatively unsure of myself.
Yeah.
So when I was doing a sale, I'd be very much like trying to chase the customer, and it came off desperate, right?
Yeah.
And that's not how you build trust, because you were coming from a place of desperation. You're not going to get the response that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So there's two key things: self-confidence and self-esteem. How do you build those if you don't have them? And I think this comes into your realm. Like you talk about this all the time, right, Sam? But for me, I think it's work. The more work you put into something, the more knowledge you have of it. And the more knowledge you have of it, the easier you can talk about it. And the easier you talk about it, the more people can hear your understanding and they build that trust with you. So I think it really comes down to work. For me, I wasn't good at sales before, but after thousands of sales calls, you just start to build that confidence and knowledge of what you're talking about. So the work led to the knowledge, which led me to passing that knowledge to someone else that can help them. So that's how I look to build trust. So I'm offering a value that I know I can offer, and that came from hard work.
Yeah, very well said. I guess it's from yourself, your intuition, not helping people. Yeah,
that's right. And I think trust can be built quickly or over a long time, but I think there's many techniques to build trust. But if I think really like what is the first thing, it's coming from you, right? Like there's no relationship with anyone else if you're not there. So you need to focus on your self-development and know what your end goal is so you can work towards that.
Very true. I don't disagree with that. So it's really true about yourself, about building trust and people like that. So normally when you start a business with a partner, how do you build trust? I hear a lot of problems where, like when you start a business, you get disputes like with each other, and then there's a lot of drama, like politics or whatever. How do you combat that in terms of you and your partner, like in terms in good terms with each other?
Yeah, I mean it can happen, and especially with founders with a strong sense of opinion.
Yeah.
Of course, you're not always going to see eye to eye.
Yeah.
I think coming into it, Pat and I were friends first, and there's that innate trust there. And I think partnerships are just like marriages. It's being open and honest on, like, make it about the idea, not about the person.
Yeah.
For us, when it comes to a business decision, we're like, okay, if we implement plan A instead of plan B, these are going to be the outcomes. And then so we assess the ideas on the merit, not on. And I think taking ego out of it is very important, because the business is its own entity. So it's not me and it's not my business partner. It's the company. So what is the best thing for the company to do? And to really do that, you need to take ego out. And
very true.
I think, who wrote the book, Ego is the Enemy? You know that one?
I never heard of that.
Yeah. Ryan.
That sounds about right.
Ryan Holiday. Great book. And, if you're battling with ego, it's like, why am I not being recognized? Like, why is no one listening to me? It's like, that's your ego. That's your ego saying, what I'm saying is important, so listen to me. But really, like, if you take that, if you have that view, it's more likely to stop you than help you.
Yeah.
So hopefully I answered your question. But going back to your other question, I'm interested into knowing how you build trust with your relationships as well. What's your method?
I guess everyone is a possibility to build trust. So I guess number one is really being open-minded to meet new people, because once you have that mindset about being open-minded, like connecting with anyone is very easy. So it's not really about you don't like this person, but it's really about knowing how to build relationships with people first. So once you have that, once you do it with each person, doing it with, like, building trust with other people is a piece of cake. So in that saying that, you don't have to really be like, you can be selective, but on the same time, I guess when you have that open-minded to meet new people, that's how you can grow your network bigger. So that's what I believe in. So my motto is learn how to connect with anyone anytime. Let me just show you the virtual background. See my screen?
Yeah.
Learn how to connect with anyone anytime.
Yeah.
I believe that just need to connect with people, with the people that you resonate with, and then I have a lot of techniques in terms of how to build trust with people. So if you go to my YouTube channel, I think you subscribed already. There's a lot of connecting hints and tips, and each of them will allow you to have a implement this technique so you can build further trust with people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That sounds good, and I like that ethos about having an open mind and connecting with anyone, because you never know what can happen if you don't have that conversation, right?
Yeah, very true. Like anyone is a potential prospect for you, like in terms of you want to build trust, like you want to collaborate for your business, possible client, like all these skills is very mandatory. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. Any questions from you?
Questions. So I guess, what is your plan this year with your brand, with your business? Because you said the new mentor.
So I'm just gonna I set a goal this year to hit 6 figures. So she's gonna help me with that. And then alongside, she told me to plan for my goals in terms of 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years time. So my first year, I guess, is really about getting 6 figures for my coaching. And then basically I want to scale further for the next 3 years, probably to multiple hundreds, 500K, etc. So, but I'm going to start off with the fundamentals. So I'm going to build my brand, my business brand, my personal brand, and get to 6 figures. That's one of my goals for this year.
Awesome. Good. Yeah, I think good goals to have, and good that the mentor mentioned that. If I can help in any way, let me know. We've built a business relationship as well. So if you need anything, always here to help as well.
Sounds good. It's very cool. I looked up to you when you were hosting that Entrepreneurs Australia. So it's really cool. It's really cool to interview you. And I appreciate you joining to my YouTube program. So it's cool.
My pleasure. So you should where to find me? Would you like to?
I was going to ask that question. So what are you active in social media? So the viewers can follow you on what you do, etc.
Don't really have like a Facebook or Instagram. Like I'm not very prominent on social media because it's more about my business. So Pop Business, you can find us at popbusiness.com.au. Find us on LinkedIn. So similar to you, Sam, your audience, if they need any help with tax, accounting advice, would like to talk about their business journey, I'm happy to speak with them and provide my 2 cents. Find us on LinkedIn, YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, so you'll find some videos on how to start a company. Is a family trust right for you? And different topics which can help you. And I think that's basically where you can find me.
Cool. Sounds great.
I'll find me on LinkedIn, Sidney Cachuela, obviously.
Sounds good. So cool. That's cool. So this draws to a close. So viewers, how to connect with Sidney Cachuela. He's a very great person. If you want to follow him on his website, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. Later on, I'll be editing this video and I'll be putting this on YouTube and podcast. So So Sid, I had a great time speaking to you, and looking forward to see your success in the near future. So, and yeah, nice speaking to you, Sid, and have a good one. It's great to speak to you.
Likewise. Thank you, Sam. Had a great chat. And yeah, looking forward to catching up over the next little while as well and seeing how you go with your business. You're a legend. Keep it up. We'll speak soon.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.